We're live, and I am talking about three reasons why not to pay cash when you're buying a home. So let's jump in. And after we are done, I've got three reasons why you wouldn't want to pay cash for a house. I've also got a bonus that says if you do decide to pay cash, the thing that you want to keep in mind, and I highly recommend you doing if you do pay cash. So if you're in the fortunate position to be able to buy a home, maybe you've done well, maybe you have a gift, maybe you're downsizing, have a lot of equity in your current home. Either way, you're probably watching this video thinking, I've got cash. Do I use it as a down payment and keep some on hand, or do I use all my cash? Not all my cash, but all my cash set aside for a home purchase to make that home purchase. Why am I doing this video? It's because I think the general assumption is that cash is the way to go if you have it. Am I against paying cash? No, but I think there are some legitimate reasons that if you're watching this video, you should consider why you wouldn't want to pay cash when you're buying a home. A lot of people say cash is king, and in a lot of regards, that is true. Again, there are three things to keep in mind if you're in the fortunate position to be able to pay cash. So let's go through those, and then I'll add a bonus that if you decide to, anyways, you'll really want to keep in mind. The first one is loss of use of funds. So let's just pretend you've got $600,000. You're looking at relocating to Nashville. You've got $600,000 home. You're looking at when you get rid of that money, I think it's important to just recognize, hey, I don't have $600,000 anymore. It's in the home. So if I have an emergency, I can't use it towards that. If you are one of the people that has it on hand because you've done really well, it may be that you've had business opportunities to invest in and that sort of thing. And cash can go a long way when it comes to investments or business opportunities that could actually generate an income, whereas your primary residence typically isn't going to be generating an income. So that would just be one real thing to keep in mind. So you don't have it for emergencies, you don't have it for business opportunities anymore. And also, if you have it sitting aside right now, we're looking at February 15th, 2024. It's easy to get 5% interest on your money. So if you're looking at a $600,000 house, that's $30,000 a year. If you're looking at a 1.2, that's 60,000, and so on. So it's already generating a lot of income. If that's important to you, you are going to lose that. I know you know that, but we're just talking through the reasons that you would legitimately consider why you wouldn't pay cash for a house. So loss of use of funds. To me, that's a big one. The second one is loss of tax advantages. Okay. Not everybody is, I'll just say check with your CPA. I'm not a CPA nor an attorney, nor am I giving you tax advice. Um, this is generally speaking to an audience that you're going to lose tax advantages if you pay cash for a house, and you might want to avoid that. So, is the whole mortgage payment tax deductible anyway? No, it's not. So, I do think to be fair to this argument, we need to break down and recognize that a mortgage payment is typically made up of four elements. That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. The principal is not tax deductible. That is lowering your balance and therefore increasing your net worth on a monthly basis. So, two thumbs up for that. That's really cool. The interest piece is the tax deductible piece that you would be getting rid of if you paid cash. The insurance and taxes elements are going to be the same. If you pay cash, it's easy to think, hey, I'm not going to have expenses. Well, you do. And in Davidson County, where we are, taxes are pretty high. So you're going to be, still paying between tax and insurance. You might still be paying $500 a month or so just to live there. Williamson County, south of us, is about half. So you'd be better off there from a tax standpoint. So the insurance and taxes are going to continue on, but you're going to lose the ability to write off the interest portion of your mortgage if you pay cash. A lot of people like that tax write-off, and that is something legitimately to consider. The third thing is that it's less expensive and easier to refi later than it is to do a cash out refi. What do I mean by that? Again, February 15th, 2024, interest rates are above 7%. Let's just say I buy a $600,000 house, make my down payment, and I'm at, call it, we'll just say 7%. Let's fast forward to late 25. Um, Highly likely that mortgage rates will go down, not necessarily tomorrow, but I think most people, including the Fed, would say 18 months from now, it's going to make a lot of sense for people to refi that are getting a mortgage today. All right. So, through the eyes of a lender, what you're doing in that instance is you are lowering your monthly payment because you're getting a better interest rate and you're not increasing your loan amount. So, from their standpoint, it feels less risky. Whereas if you pay cash, and then you go do a cash out refi, which is essentially, I own this asset. I'm going to tell the mortgage lender, hey, I want a mortgage on this. They might give you up to whatever, 80 to 90% loan to value on your property. When you do that, if you have paid cash, you're going to pay a higher interest rate, and it's harder to qualify because the bank sees it as you're increasing debt and you're increasing your payments. So, just on a practical level, those are three reasons why you might not want to pay cash for a house. Again, loss of use of funds, loss of tax advantages. Third is it's less expensive to do to refi from a current mortgage than it is to do a cash out refi. If you have any questions about those, let us know. The bonus is if you have cash set aside to buy a home, strongly suggest if you're going to pay cash, set up a home equity line of credit. I have always had one of these, and I just strongly recommend them. What are they? It's, let's just say, again, the $600,000 house. I can go to the same bank, usually, that gave me the loan and say, hey, give me a line of credit against the house. So it really mitigates the loss of use of funds. And now, if I need to, I hate to use the analogy of a credit card, but everybody understands how that works. So it's kind of like they're not going to give you a $600,000 credit line, but they'll probably give you up to 70, 80%. So, call it 560, $560,000 credit card. That is at a interest rate that is not like a credit card. It's much closer to what you would expect with a mortgage. So if you have any questions about any of this, how it works, we're here to help. I'm Alex Helton in Nashville, Tennessee. We have sold over 1,000 homes and $500 million in sales, and we love to put our experience to work for you. So if you have any questions, reach out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.